Hey everyone, welcome back. Today I've got some intense developments to share with you. Buckle up because things are heating up in Ukraine. According to South Korean intelligence, there are reports suggesting that North Korea is preparing to send a staggering 10,000 soldiers to bolster Russian forces in Ukraine. Yeah, you heard that right. 10,000 troops. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky is understandably alarmed by this news. He's been vocal about his concerns, warning of the potential escalation of the conflict into a global war. US Deputy Secretary of State Kurt Campbell has acknowledged North Korea's military support for Russia, but whether there are boots on the ground is still unconfirmed. Imagine the ripple effects of this. The involvement of North Korean troops could seriously complicate the already fragile geopolitical landscape. It raises the stakes, potentially drawing other countries into the fray, and making peace even harder to achieve. The international community is on high alert, closely monitoring these developments and the humanitarian implications they bring. On top of that, Zelensky has been pushing his victory plan for Ukraine in meetings with EU and NATO leaders. One of the key points of his plan is Ukraine's ambition to join NATO. He argues that this is crucial for Ukraine's future security. He's also been stressing the need for continued military aid from the West, particularly advanced missiles to fend off Russian aggression. But it's not all smooth sailing. Zelensky's vision has faced opposition, especially from Hungarian Prime Minister Viktor Orban, who's been critical of the plan. On the flip side, NATO Secretary-General Mark Rutte has assured unwavering support for Ukraine, emphasizing NATO's commitment to helping Ukraine in its fight. These differing stances within the EU and NATO highlight the complexities of the situation. While there's a shared concern for Ukraine's situation, the varying strategic priorities and risk tolerance among member states make it challenging to form a united response. At a recent EU summit, leaders reaffirmed their commitment to supporting Ukraine with military, economic and humanitarian aid. But there's a lingering worry about the slow pace of decision-making in Western capitals. This could potentially hinder the effectiveness of the aid provided to Ukraine. Adding to the tension is the fear of the conflict escalating into a wider war with Russia. The involvement of external actors like North Korea adds a layer of unpredictability. In essence, the international community is walking a tightrope. There's a pressing need to support Ukraine's sovereignty and territorial integrity, while also preventing the conflict from spiraling into a larger war. Diplomatic solutions and dialogue are more crucial than ever. We can only hope for a resolution that avoids further bloodshed and instability in the region. Zelensky emphasized the gravity of this development, warning that it could significantly escalate the conflict and potentially draw in other nations. According to Ukrainian intelligence, North Korean soldiers are already present in the conflict zone, with thousands more undergoing training in Russia. This deepening alliance between Russia and North Korea surpasses previous arms transfers, raising serious concerns about global security. In response, Zelensky has called for increased military support from Ukraine's allies, particularly in the form of long-range weaponry. He insists that such aid is crucial to counter the combined threat and prevent a larger, more devastating war. The international community is closely monitoring the situation, with some nations already pledging additional support to Ukraine. Stay tuned for more updates on this developing story.